Sex is one of the most powerful and prevalent aspects of human life, affecting our emotions, relationships, health, happiness, and society. But how should we approach sex? How should we balance our sexual desires with rational goals? How should we deal with the challenges and allure of sexuality? In this video, I'll share some of the deepest and most striking quotes from Stoic philosophers who taught us that sex is a natural and necessary function of the human body, but not the ultimate source of value or happiness. I'll explore how their teachings can help us improve our own sex lives and achieve a more harmonious and satisfying state of mind. Let's take a look together at some assumptions and beliefs about sex that will challenge you and hopefully inspire you to think more deeply and critically about this important topic. If you're ready to learn something from the Stoics and discover a new way of looking at sex, then watch this video until the end. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon to be notified of future videos like this one. Sex is a natural and necessary function of the human body, which should be approached with self-control and rationality. The wise person is not addicted to sexual pleasure, but also does not abstain from it. They use it as a means to procreate and express love, but do not allow it to become an obsession or a distraction. The value of the action lies not in the action itself, but in the character with which it is performed. If it is in accordance with virtue, then it has value. True freedom lies not in satisfying every desire, but in choosing the ones that are worthy. Sexual desire is not immorality. It is restrained by reason. It is passion. Feeling it is not wrong. However, acting according to virtue and the common good is wrong regardless of the consequences. The best sexual partner is not the most beautiful, talented, or passionate one, but the one who is most in line with your nature and goals. Sex is not a problem to be solved, but a gift to be enjoyed. It is a natural expression of love and harmony among rational beings. When done with consent, respect, and moderation, there is nothing shameful or sinful about sex. It is part of the human condition and a source of joy and gratitude. Sexual attraction can either help you progress on the path of wisdom or be a strong force to tempt you away from virtue. The choice is yours. Sex is not an end in itself, but a means to an end. The goal is not pleasure, but happiness. Happiness is found not in the body, but in the soul. The soul is nourished not by sex, but by reason. The proper role of sex in human life is to create a bond of friendship and mutual support between two harmonious partners. It is a matter of quality, not quantity. It is a matter of cooperation, not competition. Sex is a natural phenomenon, but not a necessary one. It is neither good nor bad, but neutral, depending on the intention and outcome. It can be used for good or evil, for virtue or vice, for harmony or discord. A wise person seeks sex not for their own good, but for the good of their beloved. Sex is not used as a tool of manipulation, domination, or exploitation, but as a means of communication, appreciation, or celebration. Sex is not a duty, but a privilege, not a burden, but a grace, not a necessity, but a luxury, not a right, but a gift. Stoics do not shy away from sex, but they do not desire it either. They also do not depend on it, despise it, or idolize it. They accept it, but do not cling to it. Stoics see sex as a natural and beneficial activity, but not as a fundamental or ultimate activity. If possible, they enjoy it, but they do not suffer if not. They value it as a means of expression, but do not identify with it as a source of identity. Sex requires wisdom and discretion. It is not something to be taken lightly or done casually. It requires careful, prudent, and careful handling. Stoics evaluate sex not according to their pleasure, but according to their purpose. Not for the intensity of sexual sensations, but for their significance. They value sex not for its physical pleasure, but for its importance. Sex is a natural and noble function of the human body. However, it is not its highest or only function. It is subject to the function of the mind, which is to reason and act according to virtue. Sex should serve the mind. It should govern it. Sex is beautiful and powerful, but it is not the only thing. It is a part of life, but not the whole of life. It is a means to happiness, but not the end of happiness. Sex is not a problem to be avoided, but a challenge to be faced. Not a weakness to be overcome, but a strength to be used. Not a distraction to be ignored, but a motivation to be utilized. Sex is not immoral. If done with virtue, it is virtuous. Not sinful, but a blessing. If done with grace, it is wise. If done with wisdom, it is stoic. Stoic does not seek sex for the sake of sex, but for the sake of virtue. Stoic does not fear sex, but they do not worship it. They do not run from it, but they do not chase after it. They do not need it, but they do not reject it. They embrace it, but do not identify with it. Stoics sees sex not just as a physical act, but as an act of the soul. Not as a separate part of life, but as an integral part of life. Not as a degradation, but as an elevation. Stoic does not fear sex, but sees it as a source of love and respect in a committed relationship. Instant pleasures are not as valuable as long-lasting virtues. Sex is a part of human nature, and human nature is also a part of cosmic nature. Therefore, sex is a part of cosmic nature, and cosmic nature is a part of sex. To engage in sex properly and rightly is to reflect cosmic nature and cosmic order. Stoics measure sex not by quantity but by quality. They seek sex not for its frequency but for its fidelity. They value sex not for its duration but for its depth. Sex is a natural and good thing, but it is not the best or only thing. It is one of many things that can contribute to human flourishing, but it is not the sole or primary thing. It is a means of satisfaction, but not the essence of satisfaction. If sexual desires conflict with one's duties or values, priority should be given to duty and virtue. Lust is a consuming fire of the mind. Guard your mind carefully. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it and learned something new. I hope you'll share your thoughts and opinions about Stoics and their views on sexuality in the comments section below. If you like this video, please indicate your appreciation, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. Your support is very important to me and helps me create higher quality content for you. Thank you again for watching. And remember, sex is not immoral. If done with virtue, it is virtuous. Not sinful, but a blessing. If done with grace, it is wise. If done with wisdom, it is stoic. And stoic does not seek sex for the sake of sex, but for the sake of the person they love. Stoic does not use sex as a tool, toy, or reward, but as a gift, gesture, or compliment. Until next time, stay wise, stay virtuous, and stay stoic.